All You Can Lead is a channel about leadership and self-development topics. Today we're going to continue our interview with Sandeep, who started Asia's first edtech VC fund. So Sandeep is going to share some tips about habit building.
So Elena, one of the things I live by now is the only constant in my life is change. Every day I have a new routine. So it's a changed routine from yesterday. The only thing that I've been able to stay constant within that framework are certain things which are important to me. They are family, health, taking care of yourself through some workout. Those are the two key important things for me.
Right, that's very different from being very reactive to what comes to me. Like the emails I got, the meeting I have to attend, isn't really designing my day the way that I really need. Did you have that mindset shift at some point in your career where you were like that, like right off the bat?
No, I wasn't like that right off the bat. Right off the bat, it was about self-sacrificing everything, family, health, to get work done. And that was the early years. And that could not last.
Of course.
My health wasn't happy, my family wasn't happy. The only thing I had to do at that time was I really doing the right thing? Was my work so important that I was sacrificing my health and family for it? And in fact, I was working because it was a big part of my motivation was my family. So I was actually, paradoxically, not fulfilling my own personal family objective or health objective by doing something that was inspired by my family. So it was unfortunate.
It was really interesting that if you optimize for efficiency, you actually are not optimizing for efficiency over a longer horizon.
That's right.
Right. So really, it's super important to focus on like the bigger, longer term gains.
Yeah.
And then incorporate that into your day-to-day, even though it looks a little bit slower in the moment, but over time, it's going to be a big change.
Well said. Yoda.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So in the morning when I wake up, I would love to achieve something little. That little achievement will push my day in the right direction. So that little thing could be walk the dog, could be take the trash out, could be make a cup of tea, could be make breakfast for my son who's rushing to school. That's awesome. Once that is done, the rest of my day is in a higher gear.
So you said that you wanted to start your day with small achievements. How did you get that started? Because everyone wants to do that, but then we always like go on autopilot super easily, right? And then probably a lot of people are just like struggling to get out of bed and then rush into your first meetings with your like pajama.
It's a lot of experiments on myself. Laziness makes you feel good in the instant.
Right.
Hard work makes you feel good in the long term. And that realization has occurred where I'd say, okay, if at that moment, if I want to break that cycle, I have to do one small thing, like put my running shoes on. If I can put my running shoes on, that's it. Something good will happen after that. I'll go for a run.
Right.
I'll change my afternoon, my evening. Similarly, when I wake up in the morning, instead of trying to boil the ocean and having a gargantuan task like I'm going to write my journal, I'm going to work out for 1 hour. Oh, that's setting myself up for failure. I'll take something small. Let me just make a cup of tea and listen to this song while I do it. That inspires me. Those two things together will set my chemicals inside my body in the right direction, because we are a bundle of chemicals, nothing more really, right? And emotions which are chemical driven, blah blah. So I just need to tune them in the right direction.
I also experiment that with my own routines. I noticed that if you don't do much, then your energy keeps dropping, right? And it's gonna be even harder for you to start doing something new, especially start doing something super hard. And what changed is that you turn that around and use small, simple actions, like putting on your running shoes, wear your jacket.
Put the music on,
or
look out the window.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Look out the window, or make yourself a cup of coffee, right? Super simple, that takes no longer than like 1 minute. That's gonna be a game changer for the rest of your day, because you start building your energy up, and the more energy you build, the more motivation you get that would be used during the rest of your day.
Absolutely.
Right? So if you can do that as early as possible in the day, that's going to give you much longer runway to achieve something.
Totally right.
You were very intentional about catching yourself doing something that gives you instant gratifications. What are those examples?
So many. Been there, done that, right? We are, after all, human beings design every innovation that makes them lazier. So I'm no different. I'm looking to be lazier any given day. So there is nothing wrong with the desire to be lazy, right? But letting it happen for too long can lead you to a cycle which is just not fun. So I think I've done that. I've binged watched television, and at the end of it, I feel like I want to throw up. I feel like I've just wasted time. I've forgotten to drink water. I've forgotten to get out of bed. My back hurts. It's terrible. The physical pain and the guilt, the mental pain, you just got to realize and accept it's not making me feel like a good human being. This is not what I am. Therefore, made a decision, simple one, that there will be no television in the house. We didn't have a television for maybe a decade, maybe more. We just didn't.
Wow.
Yeah, that was very useful. That changed everything. So all those lessons I've picked up have fine-tuned my behavior towards things I like and do not like.
So you just mentioned something also very critical about identity. Like, are you someone that you don't want to be? Right? I sometimes realize that if you can believe yourself as someone who wants to invest in your future, you actually would take action along with those beliefs.
Yeah.
And it justifies certain actions much better than others.
Absolutely. I think the whole idea of, if I, at the company level, our company level, if I wish to have a highly productive, differentiated, thinking, caring organization, each individual should be doing their best. One of the principles that works for a lot of people is just focusing on one's health. The mind-body connection for everybody is so strong that ignoring physical health or ignoring mental health will never be good for the person themselves, for their role as a person that's working for someone or working with someone, or as a parent or as a family member. And we've instituted at Kaizen something we call Kaizen Fit, KE Fit. And we've got levels. Level 1 you do this, level 2 you do, level 3 you do this, and you collaborate and appreciate each other and support each other. We even do video calls amongst our various offices in India, Singapore, Johannesburg, where we discuss things around health. We have Tai Chi instructors come and they teach us what's the meaning of Tai Chi and why it is meaningful and why it should not be just an old person slow motion exercise and you made fun of. It's so funny, right? It's really meaningful, and you learn something and appreciate those little things which you usually just don't understand.
Do you have a story of any of your employees that was completely changed after KE Fit?
So an example of having someone who did better because of our focus on health would be someone that essentially grew up pretty athletic and fit, and over the years then he became a father and had a couple of kids. He forgot that it was important for himself to be fit and he let it go. And then came a time when we were running to catch a flight and he couldn't run fast enough and we missed a flight.
And you caught it?
I left it because I reached there but I had to stop and both of us missed the flight.
Oh.
That was a moment of concern for him because he was puffing much more than he should have.
Right.
And we literally had to change a lot of things in the moment and get new tickets. So that's small cost to pay. The big cost was the pain he felt. And then he decided he will build and work on his own health a little bit more. That changed a lot of things for him. And he's older today, fitter today than he was then. And he's worked on it. So he feels happier. And he is one of the champions of our health initiative at Kaizen. So I think those kind of just awareness building messages and mechanisms really help.
Today we talk about identify the important things in your life and build your day around those important areas. Identify like who you are, your identity, so that would help you and build habits around your longer term goal. And we also talk about cutting down bad activities. And last but not least, health is the most important habit for almost all of us. All right, thank you, Sandeep, so much for coming to the show, and I wish you a safe flight. I know you're going to catch a flight soon.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching this video.